How are you doing?
Whoops.
How are you doing?
Hola, Jorge. Good afternoon. And let's see, I think we are live. Hopefully, technology is with us today. I think everything is working correctly. Hola, Jorge.
Well, let's cross our fingers. Let's cross our
Cross
fingers.
our fingers that everything's right in time.
Perfect.
So, good afternoon, everybody. Good night, Jorge, here in Spain.
Good evening, good afternoon, good morning, wherever you are in the world. And Francisco, buenas noches. How are you doing?
Buenas noches. Doing great. So excited. We're going to be talking about Christmas. So
yeah, I love it.
my favorite season of the year, as you can see.
No one can tell. No one can tell.
Hey, I love Christmas. What can I say? So
perfect.
Welcome everybody to this little presentation about Christmas in Spain. Here at Guide Collective, we were saying, how can we share what we do in our countries? Maybe some things are similar, some things might be a little bit different than in the rest of the world. So Jorge and I, here we are in Spain. Jorge is in Madrid. I am in Pamplona, in the Basque Country, Navarra. So we both decided, let's talk a little bit about what Christmas is in here. So we came out with a little PowerPoint that we want to share with everybody. By the way, hola Linda, Susana, Kristen, good afternoon, everybody.
Really?
Yeah, we have 13 people watching. So
great. Hello. Hello, guys. How are you doing? Good to see you here.
Are you ready?
I am, whenever you are.
So let me share the screen. Let's see if technology wants to work with us.
Well, technology is one of those things that, oh yeah, oh my goodness, look at that screen.
Okay, I think we are live. Yes. So as we say in Spanish, Feliz Navidad, everybody.
And as we say in Catalonian, Bon Nadal.
As we say in the Basque Country, Zorionak.
And as they say in Galicia, Bon Nadal.
As you can see, Spain is different, even in the way we say Merry Christmas. In Spain, we have 4 official languages, and in each language, we pronounce it in these different ways. So I think makes Spain a little bit special. So especially here in Christmas in Spain, all around the world, I think all the cities, they dress up and we have all the city lights. Jorge, all of these beautiful pictures you have sent it from Madrid, from where you live.
That's right. They are from here, from Madrid, and I just has been today early in the evening, and it was just beautiful. You know, all the streets are filled up with people all around, all the lights, and any corner that you look at, you can breathe the Christmas spirits everywhere, absolutely everywhere. And this year they are throwing, like we say here in Spain, we're throwing the house through the window. It's like saying, okay, last year, because you know the pandemic, all these celebrations were kind of very restricted and limited. They have now celebrated it. Here you see this famous icon of the city, the Gate of Alcalá on the left-hand side with all the lights, and the Puerta del Sol, the core of the city. Here you are. That is, the biggest tree I've ever seen in my life.
That's gorgeous.
It is beautiful, isn't it? And together with the billboard on the right-hand side, the Tio Pepe sign, which is been declared culturally protected. That's why it's so beautiful in such a pristine conditions. And believe it or not, those photos, they were taken at midnight. I went in purpose just to get try to get photos without the less amount of people I could, but look at the amount of people. Well, it was at midnight.
It's Spain. What can we say? In Spain,
yeah, that's right. It's Spain.
People every time, every moment of the day or night, there's people on the streets.
That's right. That's right. Yeah.
Incredible. So Jorge, this is how we decorate our cities. What about our homes in Spain?
Well, our homes, we have a couple of things that we follow tradition. There is Spain is divided in between either the Christmas tree or the nativity scene. Here you are. In many places, they do take both. When I was a kid, my mom and my aunt Maria, they both used to do everything. But now, as a, I've gone a little bit older when I was a kid, and now I go very minimalist. I just go for the Christmas tree. I don't set up the whole nativity scene because I see that everywhere that you go. So, what about in your home, Fran?
So when you, Jorge, say that you go for the Christmas tree,
Yeah,
okay, is this your Christmas tree for real?
Fran, I thought you and I were friends. Why are you showing this? Yeah, well, it could be tacky, call it however you want to call it. But for me, just having that at Christmas, lit it up, all those candles together with that. I don't know how, I don't even know how to call it, just some flowers that I bought the other day, and I put it in just that lights over there. By the way, those lights, they change. So sometimes could be red, then they go to blue, then they
Even
go to
worse.
yellow. But yeah, that's my Christmas tree. Call it like that. Anyway, we'll talk about this later on, Francisco, you
Yes.
and I. Okay.
So
what about you? What did you do?
as you can see by my sweater, decoration, everything, I go the full thing. I go
Oh my God.
the whole thing. I have tableware, I have Christmas tree, I have nativity. In my house, we are like an Christmas is like everything. We love it.
But is that you? You go with your wife, Ainhoa, your kids? Who participates in all this?
Everybody, the three
Oh.
kids, my wife, we all get together and we
Oh my.
cannot miss anything.
Okay, guys, now that we have both of the pictures together, Fran, would you please throw away the one on the right-hand side? I feel embarrassed.
I don't know. Everybody represents Christmas the way they want.
That's true. Thank you. Thank you.
Anyway, besides decoration, I think one of the most important things in Spain, or the tradition in Spain, is the Christmas candies.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. And these are turrón. When you hear the word turrón, you might think that, oh, but that is Italian. It's very traditional in Italy as well. But here in Spain, it has become like the thing for Christmas, and there are several varieties. The two main ones are the one in the center and the one in the bottom of that photo. The one at the top is a variety, a new one, which is with chocolate in it, but it has a lot of history behind that. And you get to know about that later on with something that will let you know. But it comes from the 11th century. It's an Arabic tradition. Don't forget, I am from the south of Spain, although I've been living in Madrid for many years. So in the south of Spain, the Arabic traditions are more rooted. The same all over Spain, just, by geographical coincidence. But the one at the bottom is the hard one. The one in the center is the soft one. And both have the same ingredients, believe it or not, although they look different. The one in the bottom you see is egg white together with almonds and honey and sugar. The one in the center is exactly the same, but mashed. Everything's mashed. The almonds are not mashed in the one at the bottom. So when you bake them, and you take the tray out of the oven and you just pack them and make bricks out of them, they come with a color. So make sure you have good dentures to bite the one at the bottom. All right. The one in the center is my favorite one. And Francisco, which is the one that you like most?
Unfortunately for me, I'm extremely allergic to honey.
Oh,
so these desserts I have to pass on. But what I eat are the polvorones.
Oh, wow. My goodness.
Well, this is another of the, now you can find them all year round everywhere, but traditionally they are for Christmas. These ones are from Castile originally, no?
No, actually, it's from the, let's say, mid-north part of Andalusia in the south, especially from the province of Sevilla, but they are now manufactured them almost everywhere. But there is a town called Écija, E-C-I-J-A, and the polvorones from Écija are very, very famous, and the industry regarding all that sweets and candies is really, really big. Many families depends all year round in that production of those sweets. Many varieties as well, with different flavors that they have adding on with the years. And it's carb free and sugar free and calorie free. So
It's Christmas. Who's
yeah.
counting? Nothing. Forget it. The thing is that, as you were saying, Jorge, all of this has this Muslim heritage of Spain.
Yeah.
In Spain, the 2 dates everybody has to remember is when the Muslim invasion came in, the Arabs, the 7-Eleven, easy to remember.
Yep.
Like the supermarkets, 7-Eleven.
Yeah, that's right.
They say there in Spain for a little bit over 700 years, until 1492 when America.
Yeah,
was
almost 800 years.
Almost 800.
Yeah.
The thing is that here in the north of Spain, we didn't get it. So even our Christmas candies are a little bit different.
Okay, I'm curious now. What is that?
These are called orejones.
Orejones. You know, orejones means big ears, right?
Yep, that's exactly what it means.
Okay, tell me the resemblance of the orejones and that I see on the photo now.
What are the orejones? The orejones are all of these sun-dried fruit, normally apricots. The one in the middle, what you see is a sun-dried apricot that then you rehydrate it with water and cinnamon and sugar, and it's super good. And then you put it apple and figs and prunes, all of these things, and you make this thick compote, or well, all of these things. To tell you the truth, when I was a kid, I used to hate it. It was like,
seriously?
Yeah, it was like, oh, fruit.
I mean, syrup? Oh, I just love syrup. And if all that is...
But it was just fruit. Now that I'm a grown-up, I love it. Love it. Anyway, so as you can see, everywhere around Spain, we have different traditions. But there's one tradition that we all do, which is what we drink in Christmas.
Right.
You might think this is champagne, but this is not champagne. What is it, Jorge?
This is called cava, C-A-V-A. But I'll tell you a secret, Fran. Now that no one is listening, you know that the way to do the champagne and the cava is exactly the same thing. And it was a legal issue that happened a few decades ago, because in France, the province of Champagne didn't want the name to be taken because it was their part of the wine. You know, they were famous because of that. So the Catalonians, they decided to change the name for cava, C-A-V-A. And cava means the caves where the wine, bottles of wine are resting there just to ferment, you know, because that is fermented in the bottle. And it's just has become so popular that even in California, they produce cava. I've been in a couple of wineries in California, in the Napa Valley, where they do produce one. And this one that we see in the photo is one of our best. Let's say that this one is like our Moet Chandon, okay? And we don't intend here to give any publicity. It's just to let you know what is our best things, right? And this is really, really nice. And it's just fantastic. It's,
Jorge, we have to be a little bit careful not to say champagne, because our colleague and friend Nina Sefusati from France, she is listening to us today, so we might get in trouble.
So let's be careful what we say. Yeah. Hello, Nina, by the way.
Hola, Nina. So before we continue, let's say hello to Alta from California. By the way, Susana is telling us that your beautiful Christmas tree is a filament lamp. Randy is saying hello from Texas.
Yeah, I can see that. Susana, and also Caroline.
Hola,
Caroline loved cava. Caroline loved cava. And Susana Cho. Hello, Susana, you're here as well. And Janet. Hello, Janet. Welcome, everybody. And thank you for being here.
Anyway.
So let's continue.
Let's continue.
Yeah.
When does Christmas start everywhere around the world? Christmas starts December 24th. Everywhere around the world except Spain.
Yep, that's right.
Jorge, when does it start here?
Well, Christmas starts in the 22nd of December. Officially, let's put it that way, okay? With that, what you see over there is the lottery of Christmas, Lotería de Navidad. And well, this is a tradition that started in Spain in the early 1800s after the Napoleonic invasions that we had in here. The very first draw was celebrated in Cadiz in the southwest of Spain. That happens to be the oldest city in Europe, founded by the Visigoths more than 2,500 years ago. Anyway, that's where the first draw was done. And then with the years it was moved here to Madrid, and the kiss that you see in that photo, that is celebrated in the biggest theater that we have in Madrid, which is the Opera House. It's been there now celebrated for many, many years. What do they do? Okay, it's from number 0 up to 99,999. So you have 100,000 options to win, but the only 55% of those numbers are going to get the prize, either small one, which is to get the money back, what you buy, or the big jackpot that we call it the fat guy, el gordo de Navidad. So what happens? A whole ticket costs 200 euros, but you don't have to buy the whole ticket. You can buy a tenth of a ticket officially, okay? And that means that if you make the jackpot, you will get a tenth of the big prize. So 200,000 euros for 20 euros. Nowadays, that might not be a lot of money if you compare that with other jackpots that we have, like the big lottos that you get 100 and so millions euros for maybe 2 or 3 euros bet. But one of the kids that you see here on the photo, one of them is getting the prize from the small ball that you see on the left-hand side, and the other one is getting the number. So one of them is singing the number, and the other sings the prize. And Francisco, you want us to do it?
So the thing is that the way these kids sing the lottery, it's, as Jorge said, it's broadcasted live for 4 hours in national television, all the local radio stations. It's very, very huge in Spain, this national lottery. So on the 22nd, no matter where you go, to a shop, to a supermarket, you will be listening to these kids singing.
Even if you are the hairdresser, you know, or the barber, everybody.
The hairdresser, it's a place I don't frequently go, but it's okay.
No, but I mean, for our ladies over here, if you're in the hairdressing in Spain, the morning on the 22nd of December, you're gonna be that rhythm song, you know, in the background.
Okay, so let's do a little trial. I'll be the numbers, you'll be the awards. Okay, Jorge?
Okay, I'll do it. Come on.
Let's see how it sounds. Let's go. 6.423.
20.000 euros.
4.731.
20.000 euros.
6.783.
200 millones de euros. And that, guys, is the fat guy, you know, the fat one, El Gordo, 200 million euros. That is when all the reporters that they are live there, they go to the kids, and you can see the kids with their hands shaking just like that, you know, because they've been the fortunate one that they have thrown out of the big balls, the prize, the big jackpot, and that is the big moment. So that is when Christmas starts here in Spain, the 22nd of December, with the national lottery, the fat one, El Gordo.
And after the 22nd, when does it start? Really, Christmas? Jorge, it's
on the 24th. That's right. That's Christmas dinner. We celebrate Christmas dinner. We hope that this year is gonna be no masks at all. Okay, because we know what happened last year. But yes, we do celebrate Christmas dinner on the 24th of December. 25th, we all know. So sorry, say it.
No, yeah, I would say that Christmas dinner is for family.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. And thank you for telling me that. Yes, it is family. It's a family gathering. So a family that might not see each other for the whole year, they gather together either in one place or another place or another place, but always from the same family, right? So the brothers-in-laws and sisters-in-laws and fathers-in-law and etc. They might be kind and nice to everybody that night, and yeah, that's what happens, and that is all over the country actually. But I know that, Francisco, there is something going on in the Basque Country on that night, isn't it?
The thing is that by tradition,
Yeah.
after we have the Christmas dinner, we used to go to mass at midnight. So imagine having this huge dinner, and after the huge dinner, you're a little bit sleepy on the sofa, and your parents tell you, okay, you gotta go to mass. So you have to get dressed, and it's cold. The thing is that not too many people nowadays goes to mass on the 24th. A lot of people starts going on the 25th, but this tradition, it was going to this mass. Here on the Basque Country, we also have a different tradition, and it's called el olenchero.
Wait. Olenchero.
Yeah, Olentxero.
Oh my God,
Olenchero.
I'm shocked that you could spell that word.
Oh, I have it written down here, so I could spell it.
Okay, all right.
So who is Olenchero? Olenchero, let's say, is the Basque Santa Claus.
Wow.
We know that Santa Claus does an amazing job delivering gifts everywhere around the world, but there are some little corners in the world that he cannot reach, so he has some friends, and one of them is called Olenchero.
Mhm.
Olenchero, by tradition, he is a man who lives up in the mountains, and he is making charcoal. The thing is that he makes all of this charcoal, and with the leftover little pieces of wood, he does during the whole year tiny little toys. And when he comes to the city to sell the charcoal in Christmas, afterwards, if the kids have been good, they will get one of those little toys. The thing is that when he comes to the cities here in Pamplona, what we do is we dress up.
Ah.
Isn't that cute?
Ah,
Like
look at that.
shepherds, because he's a shepherd, and we welcome him dressed as shepherd. And there's a beautiful Christmas parade. And Olenchero comes to the cities and he brings ducks and gooses and wild pigs. And the Christmas parade for us is a lot of shepherds walking in the streets. And we all dress like that, which I think is pretty cool. The thing, remember that we were talking that here in the north, we didn't have a Muslim heritage. So this thing of Olenchero and everybody dressing up as shepherds goes very well with Catholicism, because here in the north, we have always been Catholic. So the thing is that this way of getting dressed as shepherds also relates to the Bible, because, Jorge, who were the first people who went to pay tribute to baby Jesus?
Well, the shepherds.
The
That's right.
shepherds.
Shepherds
Exactly.
that they were around in the area where baby Jesus was born. That's
So
right.
for us, what we do is we dress up as shepherds and we go to mass dressed as shepherds. Normally, people from everywhere around the world on Christmas Eve, people dress up and they wear the best gowns and the whole thing. Here, we dress down. We go a little bit more humble and we dress up so beautifully as little shepherds that I love.
So you actually go to mass after Christmas dinner, or there is another kind of celebration or service, not celebration, service of Christmas that could, forgive your sin of not going at midnight?
So if you don't go at midnight, what you do, you go on the 25th.
Okay.
On December 25th, we go, most of us is when we go to mass. And now that we have broadcasting the Pope from the Vatican, the Christmas Mass from the Vatican by the Pope, if you have somebody sick at home and you cannot go to mass, you would stay home and watch it on national television, which I think is
That's right. Yeah.
super cute. So,
yeah.
And then what do? We yet eat again. And by tradition, we eat lamb because Jesus Christ is the Lamb of God. Is that how you say it? Es el Cordero de Dios. Yeah, I think it's in
Correct.
Spanish,
Yeah,
it's the
that's
Lamb
right.
of God.
That's the thing, the Lamb
So
of God. Yeah.
that's
I, I
one.
I see that it's a feast. I mean, besides I mean, dinner and then lunch. Right, my
The
goodness.
whole thing. But after that, December 25th, Jorge, we have December 31st, and
That's right.
everything goes to your town.
Well, yeah, kind
Well,
of,
we do.
kind of.
How do we
Yeah.
celebrate New Year's Eve?
Well, we don't have Boxing Day here, like in most of the, British-speaking countries. So from the 25th, which is just a holiday, we just keep on with Christmas, on and on and on, and then here we come the big day, which is the 31st. 31st is the day of celebration with friends. As Francisco said, the 24th and the 25th is for families, but the 31st, sorry, is a friends gathering. And this time we have a funny tradition. And you're going to say that we all are crazy here. Yes, we are. Okay, in the core of the city, in Puerta del Sol, everybody there is with 12 grapes in their hands. Look at that photo, and it's a wide angle. That photo is from the year 2017, the one on the left, and 2018, the one on the right. Sorry, 17 as well, I'm sorry. And up to 50,000 people can get packed shoulder to shoulder, elbow to elbow with each other. All of them have 12 grapes in their hands. And in the clock tower, Frank, if you're so kind, oh no, so it's okay, sorry. You see the clock tower here in the photo with the fireworks and everything? We had to eat one grape with each chime of the bell. So imagine in 12 seconds, you had to eat 12 grapes, but specifically for that night, the chimes are delayed for 1 per 4 seconds. So you only have time to grab a grape, put it in your mouth, bite and swallow, and then another one, because you don't want the hospitals with people choking, afterwards, eating 12 grapes in one go. And as you see here from this photo, a friend of mine, everybody's having fun and dressed with funny things, groups, etc., and enjoying absolutely every second of it. There is something that goes on in the Basque Country, because not this what you have seen right now in Puerta del Sol in Madrid. It was broadcasted all over the country, and we do have some other traditions, and that other traditions in the Basque Country and in Pamplona, especially in Pamplona, is, Francisco, let us know, please.
Well, before we talk about Pamplona, you have to
Yeah.
remember
Yeah.
that in Spain we do have 2 time zones.
That's right. I forgot. We celebrate twice because of the
celebrate-
Canary Islands.
Exactly, the Canary
Yeah.
Islands. We celebrate at 1 hour later, at 1 in Central European time.
Yep.
1 hour later, we celebrate the Canary Islands. So
That's right.
we celebrate twice.
Twice.
The beginning of the year in Spain.
24 grapes.
Yes, 24 grapes. Anyway, here in the Basque Country, or more than first, I would say in small towns, the whole family gets together. Okay.
Oh, I think I know those people.
Yeah, that's my mama, my daughter, my son. So everybody comes home and we have a huge celebration, and it's Christmas. The thing is that after the big celebration, after the big dinner, what we do here in Pamplona, we go to the streets to party, but dressed up in costumes, like if it was carnival.
Really?
I love it. You can go from the basic one, dressing up like sailors, or you can go a little bit more fancy and work yourself into the Mad Hatter, which I think is super fun.
Yeah.
The thing is that people really take this super seriously. And a few years ago, there was a huge group of kids who dressed up like Kate Middleton and William's wedding. They had the whole family. They had Pippa Middleton, they had the Queen, they had Charles, they had Camilla Parker Bowles, the whole group of friends.
You're kidding me. Is that for real? Yeah.
It was there was one guy dressed as the bishop. I was like,
Oh,
Perfect.
goodness.
The whole thing. I was like the funniest thing in the world. I loved it. Loved it. Loved it.
I bet they were the stars of the night.
Yes. Anyway, so all of this goes on and on and on until the next day, January 1st. January 1st, again in national television, we have one thing that everybody watches, which is Vienna's New Year's concert.
That's right.
Everybody is watching, and we are all waiting for the Radetzky March, the one that you have to clap along, which is the finale of it, which is broadcast, and everybody is super beautiful. And after that, what do we do again? We eat again, which is, as you can see, we're always eating in Spain.
For a change.
But what do we do right after this lunch, Jorge?
Okay, everybody, don't move the photo yet, please. Everybody knows about the Spanish siesta. When you are in a big city and you have to commute every day to work, etc., you don't have time for siesta. But this is the siesta day. And guess why? We have no idea why this happens. Either one or another, both are broadcasted on January the 1st, and it's the perfect excuse to sit on the sofa and watch Gone with the Wind. Or to watch the other one, which is Little Women. Yeah, don't ask us why is the tradition, to broadcast those two movies in the national channels. Anyway, I am a freak of Gone with the Wind. Every time I see the movie, I've seen it like endless times. I can't count.
From the beginning to the end?
Yeah, the whole thing.
Are you kidding? I have never been able to finish this movie. Never. I mean, it's like,
okay, it's not I got frozen. I was just shocked, because I mean, Francisco, you and I have to talk seriously about our friendship after this. How can you miss Gone with the Wind? Every time I watch it, I always hope Red Butler at the door trying to forgive her, but then he comes with the word, "Frankly, honey, I don't give a damn." Or frankly, my dear, I don't give a damn. It's just that moment when everything just goes, and then you start crying. Or Little Women, of course, both of them. The old version, not the new one, the old version. But as Francisco said, and I'm mentioning now, is what we do. Siesta time after.
I really have no idea. I mean, Little Women kind of makes sense because it's Christmassy and it's snow.
Yeah.
Okay, fine.
Yeah.
But Gone with the Wind, I know you love it, but hey, to me, it doesn't make any sense at all.
Just as a little curiosity, guys, taking in mind the inflation, since all in movie history, Gone with the Wind is the blockbuster, the movie that has made most money in Hollywood, in the movie industry. Yeah. As I see, as you see, I am a little bit of a freak about that movie.
Just a little. So right after that, for the rest of the world, kind of Christmas ends. But here in Spain, we still have one more day to go. Well, two, one night and the next day, which is, Jorge.
Well, actually, let me rectify you, Frank. It's not one day because Christmas here lasts until January the 6th. But one day before is when the three wise men from the Far East, they arrive here to Spain because they're trying to find baby Jesus. He was born the Christmas day, in December, but they arrive over here, and because they are kings, they are treated as, royalty. So there's a huge, big parade all over the country. But let's say not because of Madrid, the capital, but this is where I live, and the one I've seen most is broadcasted most of the times on national channels as well. They have big parades, and they are received by the city hall, where you see in the photo there, with the mayor of the city, and they just, like by the art of magic, every single kid in their homes, they do get their presents. That's when we do give our kids, the presents that they have brought, their majesties. And the tradition is because the three wise men, Melchior, Gaspar, and Balthasar, they brought gold, incense, and myrrh to baby Jesus when he was born, and they were following the Eastern Star. That's the tradition of our Christmas in here. So the 6th of January is a national holiday because all the kids are enjoying their toys.
Isn't that beautiful?
Yeah, it's a beautiful story.
Here in Pamplona, in my house, we have a little connection with Three Kings. And
what do you mean a little connection, Fran? That is not a little connection. That is a huge connection.
We have a huge connection.
Their Majesties goes to your home.
They come over home, and it's amazing. Everybody, I mean, all of our nephews, nieces, neighbors, cousins, a lot of people know that.
Yeah.
So last year, well, not last year, before COVID, which is 2019, I don't remember. Before COVID, we had 35 kids in our small apartment here in Pamplona.
35
kids plus the parents. It was insane. I mean, they were coming in, screaming out. It was like, woo! Oh boy, that was crazy.
Oh my goodness!
Especially this night, there is one tradition. We eat roscón de Reyes.
Yes, one of my favorite things ever. Wow. Actually, that is like a giant donut that the dough is baked, and once it's baked with all the glazed fruits on top of it, with all the sugar and everything, you cut it longwise, as you see over there, and then you stuff it with either cream, custard, or chocolate cream as well. And for me, it's like the icing on the cake. Really the icing on the cake, just a nice, very, very nice way to end Christmas, and a very nice way to end up intaking so many calories. Do you like that, Francisco? You have that also in Pamplona, right?
Yes, we love it. And here at home, you have to decide if you buy it with whipped cream or with cream, well, whatever. So it's always this huge fight. Who gets one? Who gets the other one? Well, anyway.
But okay, if you have the tradition, so you know what I mean, and we need to tell our audience right now what is hiding inside of the Roscón de Reyes. Let us know.
So inside of the roscón, inside of the donut, we have two hidden treasures.
Two hidden treasures?
Well, tiny little treasures. Okay. One is going to be a fava bean, a dried fava bean. And whoever, you just cut a piece, and if you get that, by tradition, it is said that you have to pay the donut.
Okay, so that is the bad news.
That's the bad news.
Okay, and the good news?
The good news is that also there's a tiny little toy that if you get that one, you are crowned the king or the queen for the night.
Oh,
so
good.
All of these roscones, all of these donuts, they bring a paper golden crown that whoever gets that little toy gets to wear that crown for the rest of the night.
Nice, very nice. Yeah,
very cute. And I think this is the end of Christmas for all of us. As you can see, we start on December 22nd and we end on January 6th, which is many days. And I think it's the perfect time to finish with a toast and
another toast with more cava, of course.
Cava again.
Yeah, that's right.
So the thing is that, as you can see, Spain is full of traditions, and the north of Spain is different to the south of Spain. And Spain is, let's say, kind of a complex country, extremely beautiful. And as living here, one of the things that we have done during this pandemic is designed some tours that are going to bring the best of all Spain. So let us show you in 5 minutes a little bit of the tours that we have designed. Jorge, on your website, travelingwithjorge.wordpress.com,
that's right.
You have 3 tours for next year.
I have 3 tours for next year, hopefully for onwards, because I have developed them with the intention to give them. I call them staycations because we are staying in one place. So it means this one that we see now is called Madrid and the Imperial Cities. And the intention is to stay all nights in the same hotel. And then one day is going to be Madrid. The following day, we're going to do a day tour excursion somewhere. Like for instance, in this one, this photo is from Salamanca and the river is Tormes. We visit Salamanca and Avila at the same place. And also we have another day that we go to Segovia. Here it is, the Roman aqueduct of Segovia. Then there is another place that we visit in one of these staycation, which is Toledo, the old imperial cities. And as you see, Toledo is Holy Toledo, as you normally say in the United States. This is the real one. So that is about the Madrid and the imperial cities tour. Then the second tour that I have, which is not the second, it's just another one out of the three, is called Exploring Catalonia. Obviously, you cannot go to a place and not see a blockbuster like the Sagrada Familia by Gaudí, but I tend to take you around to different places. Like it's also kind of touristy, like this one that you see here, which is the Dalí Museum in Figueras, which is an hour and a half north of Barcelona. And that is also a day trip. And we are always sleeping in the same place at the hotel. Locally, I mean, the locations of the hotels are extremely good because they are in the heart of places. And then another of the excursions that we make in Exploring Catalonia is to an area, let's say in the northeast of Catalonia is on the northeast of Spain, in central Catalonia, very close to the Pyrenees range of mountains. There is an area called Garrocha, Garrotxa, Garrocha, and there are 50 extinct volcanoes. And also is the, let's say, the place where the Catalonian Romanesque was born, and beautiful places, beautiful churches in there, beautiful monasteries. So it's a little bit, you know, taking you out of the track of the big tour stream. And that is regarding Catalonia. But then the other one is about Andalusia. And Francisco?
Well, hola, Jorge.
Kind of
Oh, you're breaking.
problems in here.
I can hear you.
Oh, you're breaking. Hello.
Hello.
Yes.
I can hear you.
Yeah,
Okay.
I think we're back on track. Okay, good. Sorry. So that's the essence of southern Spain. Of course, the southern Spain is just you know, everything about passion, flamenco, but not only that. As you see, this beautiful lady here just dancing, but of course, the blockbuster, the Alhambra. Who can go to Andalusia and not see the Alhambra? So the Alhambra visit is included in my tour, but also the city of Sevilla as well. And this is Spain Square, which was the pavilion of Spanish pavilion of the Expo in 1929. It's a beautiful building, beautiful pavilion. But we also go somewhere out of the tracks, which is my birthplace, Malaga, and Picasso, Antonio Banderas, myself, of course.
The three most important people from Malaga.
The three most important people in the world from Malaga. The photo on the left, as you see, is the old entrance of the city, which now is the entrance of the main market. The one on the right is the main street called Larios, which has been pedestrianized recently. And then the next photo that we're going to see is the Cathedral of Malaga, the beautiful Cathedral of Malaga. And the light, look at the light of the sky in Malaga. I mean, me being from Malaga and going to the south, by all means, I have to take you there and show you how proud I am from where I am from. But that day in Malaga is our day that we're moving from Granada to Sevilla. Geographically speaking, Andalusia is large, okay? It's like the state of Maine, maybe a little bit larger than the state of Maine, but we're visiting Malaga on the way to Sevilla. And then in Sevilla, we do the same. We go from one place to another. We visit Cadiz, we visit some other places. Of course, going to be some sherry wine tasting. And this is in the Alpujarras. This is when we are in Granada. That's Alpujarras, the word Alpujarras, Alpujarras means the green land. When you go there, the time stops. So just that day is going to be a long day traveling around, and you're going to enjoy all that. Look at this fig tree that just grows there in one side of the street. You know, it's just a marvelous place. You know, I just love the area. I'm in love with the south. And this is the Plato Alpujarreño, very caloric. The Alpujarras is very high in altitude, more than 3,000 feet, because it's in the Sierra Nevada mountains. Yes, the original Sierra Nevada is in the south of Spain, not in California, guys. But that is, as you see, scrambled eggs with potatoes and then red pepper, green pepper, chorizo, sausage, and a piece of ham at the bottom, and blood pudding as well. You know, very caloric and very consistent. Absolutely beautiful. The gastronomy down there in Andalusia is beautiful.
Jorge,
Absolutely beautiful. Yeah.
the 3 tours, they really look amazing.
Yeah.
Me, maybe because I'm from here, from the north, what
Yeah.
is much more different for me, it's this essence of the southern of Spain.
Yeah, I understand.
Totally.
Totally.
And especially you being from there. And, you know, I mean, you've lived in Madrid and it's amazing and all the imperial cities are incredible. But the south of Spain, I have something very, very special with it. I don't know what attracts me so much. I would love, if you ever need an assistant on this tour,
don't worry, I'll count on you. Don't worry. And everybody here is listening. You are witnessing that. Okay, he will be my assistant. I will be the boss.
I would love to. So those are
okay. So those are the 3 tours that I have developed. But I know, Francisco, that you also have developed your tours. So please let us know a little bit about yours in the Basque Country, in your area, in Pamplona, Navarra, the north of Spain. Let us know.
What I've designed are on my website. You can find it, travelinsteps.es, 2 tours dealing with all the north of Spain. One is going to be a Basque staycation. Here we're going to be renting either a small agriturismo or a small family-run hotel up in the Pyrenees. Could be in this village, which is called Elizondo, but places like this, super off the track. And we're going to hit there for 1 week. Okay, we're going to be there, a staycation, and they do day tours, as you said. First, we're going to, of course, see the blockbusters. We're going to see San Sebastian.
Wow. You're going to the land of the food, my goodness, yes. And also to Bilbao.
To Bilbao, to the Guggenheim.
Whoa.
And I'm talking about food. Yes, you are right. Especially San Sebastian. I love this picture. It's the land of the tapas. And we are going to be learning about tapas, eating tapas, enjoying tapas. It's going to be amazing. Oh, by the way, here in the north, we don't say tapas. We call them pinchos, P-I-N-T-X-O, pincho. But besides these big, huge, beautiful cities where everything is, we're going to try to discover much more of the traditional things, the dancing, the rural sports. So really, it is more about traditions and small little things that makes us Basque. So what we want to do with this tour, the Basque Staycation, is try to get the essence of what being Basque is all about. Okay. The second tour, we're going to do.
Oh, you're doing the Camino.
Yes, we are going to be doing the Camino to Santiago. We are going to go
you
all
mean
the way.
To tell me that? Wait a minute. You mean to tell me that you're going to walk the 600 miles?
No. Oh. We're going to go from the beginning all the way to the end by bus. Okay, we'll go by bus. Okay. But 4 or 5 days, we are going to be real pilgrims. We're going to be walking 2-3 hours on the Camino de Santiago. In 4 or 5 days, we're going to really be pilgrims. Don't panic if you cannot walk it. The bus will be following us and will be taking you from one village to the next village to the next.
Beautiful.
Okay, so
really, it means that the bus is going to be there like a hop on, hop off if you want to, and do the track that you wish to.
If you feel you're too tired, you don't have to. So no stress.
Oh, that sounds really good.
The good thing about the Camino de Santiago is the food. There is food. You can eat your way through the Camino non-stop, and especially drink it. We're going to be stopping at La Rioja wine region. So might as well take advantage of that and go visit. We're going to take 1 day off in La Rioja just to go wine tasting. So yes, we're going to have culture. Yes, we're going to walk. Yes, we're going to eat. And yes, we're going to drink.
Okay, let's make a deal right now. If I sell my tour of Andalusia, you come with me as an assistant. And if you sell this tour, I will go with you as an assistant. Deal?
Deal. Check.
Good. Great.
Anyway,
Fantastic.
our friends, here you have our emails, if you want to do a screenshot, you have there our emails, our websites, any information you need about Spain, we can help you with that. So what can I say? Everybody, thank you so much for joining in. Thank you so much for learning about Christmas in Spain. Jorge, it has been, as always, an amazing pleasure doing these presentations with you.
The same in here, but we have another thing to say here as well. It's about a new baby born that has been developed between Frank and I. Don't get panicked. Nothing strange here. It is just a podcast that we are developing, and we have already 4 chapters out there. The main platforms are Apple Podcast, Spotify, and Anchor FM. And also at the Guide Collective is going to be very soon released, all the links in there. But if you just find Spanish Loops, just like that, Spanish Loops, you're going to see a photo of Francisco and me talking about many things that we have developed. And we have been thinking, Frank, how long have we been thinking about this?
Well, we've been thinking about long until you
time.
said, hey, we got to do it. And we did it. So thank you, Jorge.
No, well, it's not thanking me. It's both of us who are doing it, but don't forget, guys, Spanish Loops. And the intro chapter is there, chapter 2, 3, and 4. So every Friday, we're going to try to broadcast one of them.
Sure. By the way, the one that just broadcasted this past Friday, we're talking about Christmas in Spain.
Yes, that's right. That's right. We're talking about Christmas, which is part 1. There's going to be a part 2, and that will be on Christmas Day. What happens that this year is a Friday, a coincidence.
The days we release.
Yeah.
So our friends, thank you very much. Hopefully you have enjoyed our presentation. You have learned something about Spain.
And just let me, Francisco, if you don't mind, Kristen is there. Hello, Kristen. Thank you so much. And Maria Carvalho, thank you. Feliz Navidad. And Susana Choraus, there you are. Sarah Alexander, thank you very much indeed. And Julian, our colleague Julian Brown is watching this.
Hola, Julian.
Great. Yeah. And who else? Francisco Glaria Baini. Somebody called Francisco Glaria is also watching this.
So,
Alta, hello, Alta. How are you doing? So happy to see you here. Dimitri is also here as well. Our colleague from Rick Steves. Nina as well, of course.
Linda Bergman. Hola.
Linda, how nice to see that you're here. Thank you so much. Well, guys, we don't want to steal more of your time. Francisco, thank you so much for developing this Francisco said that I am the one who's doing the Spanish Loops. No, it's a teamwork. Yes. Here, Francisco is really taking his time to do most of this presentation, giving me the steps to follow and make the script. Not script, we're just 2 friends.
As you say, it is a joint venture that we're doing here.
That's right.
Everybody, Feliz Navidad, Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, and we'll see you around. So everybody, un beso. Jorge, Feliz Navidad.
Bye. Feliz Navidad to everybody. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye. Ay, ya terminó.